So Tiffany, we love crowdfunding. We've crowdfunded for our own film, and we love the benefits that go with it. But we're curious, do you think that crowdfunding might be ruining social media? Just a tad. Here's a scenario. Often what happens is a week before someone launches a campaign, we find they get friendly with us on social media, which is great. 2 weeks later,
they're
surprise! Yeah, they have a social media campaign, which is great. We want people to come to us. But we're wondering, are there dark sides of it? Because we've known people that have actually severed acquaintances over the fact that the support for their crowdfunding campaign wasn't what they hoped it would be from others.
Yeah.
So what are some of the solutions so that we can still spread our message via Twitter or Facebook?
That's a great question. You're asking good questions. Well, this is all about authenticity. You know, like, are your intentions in the right place when you're, you know, are they connecting with you because they then want to ask you for something? But you could be helping an artist, so why is that bad? Okay, I don't think that crowdfunding is running social media. I think that's not happening. I think crowdfunding is like the most exciting thing that's happened in film financing since I've been alive. Just democratized how people can get funded, and it's beautiful support, and I love it that people, I mean, when I talked about Zoli's Brain, I think my big fear was this expectation of money in return. But when people give on Kickstarter or Indiegogo, they're just giving because they want to support you, which is beautiful. And now a lot of my films, my new films, are funded through grants, and it's such a beautiful way to create, is not to feel this, you know, pressure. But I also have a film that has investors, and we are going to be paying them back, and that feels really good too. So, but anyways, back to crowdfunding, because I don't think it's running social media, but I do hear you on what people's motives are, but I feel like that's always the case. I mean, you could say that that was the case of like people, they knew that Uncle Joe has a lot of money and they're gonna be really nice to Uncle Joe, and then they asked Uncle Joe to fund their movie. I mean, it's just an easier way to do it. So I always look at it as when you let people fund your movie, you're giving them an opportunity to be involved in something really exciting. So I never look at it as they're taking something from you, but they're letting you be a part of something cool and exciting. So but I do think it is exposing, you know, these tools that, you know, can't do it. You know, the thing with social media is it's an extension of us, and we are both good and bad. We have good intentions, we have bad intentions, and it is all just us. People talk about technology as if it's this other thing. It's us. We couldn't see far enough, we invented a telescope. We wanted to communicate with more people, we invented the internet. I mean, we as humans, it's just tendrils to us, and we're all the spectrum of good and bad. So it's just extending and amplifying that.
Do you see any dark side of crowdfunding, or you see it all as a very positive way to?
I don't, but you know, it's funny, we have not crowdfunded a film. Because, you know, it's interesting, we ask our community to do a lot of stuff for us. Like, we make these films where we ask them to be in it. Like, our new films, these cloud films, we have them record themselves, they send us videos, we edit it. So we focus on different things that we're asking for our community, but that doesn't mean I mean, I'm excited when we first try it, because I think it's a really cool thing to do, because everyone's getting involved in something, which I'm very into. But I don't see the dark sides, but I haven't crowdfunded a project yet, so maybe ask me that question after I've tried it.
Is that what crowdsourcing is then?
No, actually, we use, the reason why we call it cloud filmmaking is we wanted to get away from the word of the crowd. Because to us, crowd kind of, to me, feels like a crowd, like a mass of people. But when we make these cloud film, we wrote a cloud filmmaking manifesto, and the whole concept of these films is, you know, we write a script, we're still directing it into one movie, I'm directing it. But we invite people all over the world. So our first one, we wrote a 1-minute script called The Declaration of Interdependence. We invited people around the world to send us videos of themselves reading it or artwork based on the script. And then we we got entries from all over the world, and we edited it together into a 4-minute film. And then the critical part of cloud filmmaking to us is inviting them to further participate. So we asked them to help us translate it. So that film was translated into 65 languages in 6 weeks. And then we offer free customized versions of that movie to any nonprofit working to make the world better. So for A Declaration of Interdependence, we've already made 100 free versions of it. And then we have this new film, Engage, where we ask people to put their hands on their heart and feel it beating and think about what that meant. And then we edited that into a new film called Engage. We just released that. And right now we're making tons of free versions. And this is all through a grant. And then our third cloud film is called Brain Power, From Neurons to Networks. And it looks at the parallels between early childhood brain development and the global development of the internet. And that we ask people even more to contribute. So it's interesting, like, so we call it crowdsourcing creativity because we're asking them to make a movie with us. But someday we'll also ask them to fund something with us.